Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a very different video, but I thought that you guys might find this very interesting and even helpful if I show you the processes that I go through to repaint a car in a course of one weekend. And I thought that I'd give you guys a step-by-step guide that I use to get rather good results in a very short amount of time. So guys, as you can see, this car's paintwork is a bit sad looking, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just give the car a good wash with some normal dishwashing liquid. Just something that I can use to get rid of all the oil or grime or anything that's on the paint. Not a wax or anything, just some dishwashing liquid. And after I've washed it, I'm going to put it into my workshop and I'll show you guys the next process in painting this car in a very short amount of time. Alrighty guys, now that the car is nice and clean and in my workshop, it's time to move to stage 2, which is getting it sanded down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to remove some of the trimmings, the stuff that I think is easier to remove than it is to mask, and then I can start sanding the car. And I'm going to sand it with a pneumatic orbital sander and a dry 400 grit sanding paper. I could also have used an electric sander, but a pneumatic sander is just much lighter weight to work with. I could also opt to sand down the whole car by hand. I've done it many times before, and if I do that, I use a 600 grit water-based sanding paper. It just takes a little bit longer. This is much quicker. And after I've sanded down everything that I could sand down with the pneumatic sander, I'm going to use the scuffing pad just to reach inside every single corner of the car, making sure that I scuff up every single bit of this paintwork, because for the new paint to adhere to the old paint, it needs to be scuffed up everywhere. So I need to make sure that everything is nice and matte by the time that I'm done. So let me do that quickly, sand it down, and we can take it from there. Alrighty guys, it is now sometime in the afternoon and I've just about finished sanding the whole car down with this orbital sander, and it's time for me to move to the next step, which is taking this scuffing pad and just getting into every nook and cranny and making sure that everything is nice and scuffed up. But before I do that, I did notice whilst I was sanding down the car that there's a couple of dings on this door that I marked out with a pencil, and one on that side, and a few little pinholes in the front on the bonnet caused by some sandblasting. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix up some of this body filler and just fix those dings on the doors, which are very small, and take some of this spot putty and just fill these little pinholes in the bonnet, making sure everything is nice and smooth. And when it's dry, I can go over it with the sander again and just make sure everything is perfect, and then I can start cleaning up the whole body and blowing it off and wiping it down and making sure that everything is nice and scuffed up, and then I can start masking up the whole car, getting it ready for paint. Let's go. Okay guys, I've now finished sanding down the car, and I also used that scuffing pad to get into every nook and corner, and I also spent some time fixing these little dings in the doors and the bonnet and so on. And I gave the car one last wash before I start masking it up, and that guys is the next step in this process. I'm going to take my time, because the more effort you spend masking it properly, the better paint job you're gonna get. It is now late in the afternoon and I'm running a little bit late, but hopefully if I can get this car masked up by tomorrow in the afternoon, lunchtime, I'm gonna still be able to do a 2-day paint job. So let's get going. Alrighty guys, this is exciting times. I've now finished masking up the car and making sure that everything is nice and scuffed up, and I've also gone ahead and made myself a makeshift spray booth out of the material that they use to cover plants against frost that you just buy at the hardware store, and I'm very excited to see how that's going to work. It is now a bit later in the afternoon than I would have hoped for, and it's become a bit overcast, but I think we've still got time. Now it's time for the paint. Now guys, I'm no professional when it comes to painting a car, but I've done it a couple of times, and here are the things that I've learned. The single most important rule when it comes to painting a car is keeping your variables as constant as possible. So make sure that your air pressure is always constant. Make sure that your fan opening is always in the most open position or constant. Make sure that you've got the exact same mixing ratios all the time, and try and keep your conditions in your workshop as constant as possible. That is the way that you're going to get the best possible results. As far as the paint is concerned, there are two basic types of paint. You get a 2K paint, where you have got a paint and you just add some hardener to it and you paint it straight onto the car, like a blue or a green or a white or a red or a black or whatever. And then the second type of system is a base coat and a clear coat. And with a car that is a metallic, it is almost certainly always a base coat and a clear coat. So the metallic paint is this type over here, and you just paint it onto the car without any hardener at a 50-50 ratio with some thinners. And I usually put 2 coats of paint on the car, making sure that everything is nice and covered. Then after you've put the base coat on the car and it is nice and dry, you can add the clear coat. The clear coat's going to seal the base coat in and also make it pop and make it nice and strong. And the clear coat also needs to be mixed at a perfect ratio of 1:4. So I've got this mixing tub, and I just make sure that I keep to these ratios all the time, because I'm going to be mixing up a couple of times and making sure that it's always mixed up the exact same amount, and also add a little bit of thinners. But you can use this mixing tub to make sure that that is always constant. And then I'm going to throw it through the strainer into my paint gun. I'm going to put 2 coats of clear coat onto the car. This paint gun is a cheapie, but it's got a 1.3mm nozzle, so the finer the nozzle the better. Keep this fan opening in its most open position, and always make sure that your air pressure is at 2 bar. That's very important. So guys, without any further ado, I'm going to put the base coat on the car and then the clear coat, and then we can see what it looks like. Alrighty guys, it is now the next morning. I painted till about 5 or 6 last night, and the paint work is a 7 out of 10 because unfortunately I was still able to get some dust particles in the paint. But I'm gonna fix that perfectly in a moment. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just leave the car to dry for a couple of hours, and then I'm gonna take some 2000 grit sanding paper with some soapy water and just flat the car down and polish it, and then we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty guys, there we go, back to where we started, but done and dusted, and now the car's looking much better than what it did when it came in the first time. Guys, this paint job came out looking very nice. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. The only issue that I've got at the moment is that this paint needs to dry, and I haven't given it enough time to dry yet. So as I was polishing, I nearly burned through the paint, so I'm not going to polish any further. I can do that in a couple of days time. But apart from that, this car is looking very nice now indeed. Guys, just a word of wisdom from a fool is do not attempt to paint your car in 3 days time. It makes absolutely no sense, except for if you're making a YouTube video or trying to prove something, or both, because I would rather spend as much time as I need to get a car prepped and perfect before I paint it, and also afterwards spend as much time as it takes to polish it and make sure that it is nice and pretty, because you're gonna live with the results for a long time. But anyways guys, that is just my 10 cents on the matter. Apart from that, I think the client's gonna be happy, and I cannot wait to show him what the car looks like. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Cheers.